Alrighty, this is just a very quick review of the Canon LIDE 220. I just thought I'd make this video because it's been getting a lot of bad press on whether it isn't compatible with Windows 10. Just like to share a bit of insight with that. So a quick review on the scanner itself. I mean, to be honest, it's a basic serviceable LED driven scanner. Performance, better than average, I would say. If you're just doing basic document scanning or like flat photographs and artwork, it does an excellent job. Color fidelity is really good. Speed is really good. The scanning software provides most of the options I'm accustomed to. Build-wise, I'll be honest, it's a bit chintzy. It's very, very plasticky. The whole thing is driven by a little rack and pinion system rather than the traditional stepper motor with a belt. Yeah, I mean, it does have some advantages. Oh yeah, also the lid is not removable, but it does have this double hinge, which at least allows you to stick a thicker book in there. Speaking of books, one thing I was a little bit disappointed with is that the depth of field, like how far it can actually focus off the glass, is not amazing. And if your object's maybe more than 2 or 3 millimeters off the glass, it's not going to be in very good focus, if at all. So yeah, don't buy this if you're going to be scanning lots of 3D objects, or you're scanning lots of thick books where you need to scan right into the spine. This is probably not going to do the job. But yeah, for regular everyday use, or photographs or flat artwork, I reckon this is probably the best value for money scanner you can get in the price range. Without, I didn't need the film scanning portion of it, and didn't want to pay extra for it, so this was pretty much my only option. Being LED powered, one of the really nice features is that you don't need a separate power supply for it. So if you're using a laptop, that's really good. So it means you can move it around the house with your laptop and you just plug it in, and that's as much power as it needs. So we'll get on to the installation. So people this has just been slammed in the even Canon's own website for not being particularly Windows 10 compatible. So for reasons I can't remember them myself, it's attached to this little single core netbook, Atom netbook, and that is running Windows 10 32-bit, and honestly haven't had a problem. After reading all the reviews of, it doesn't work in Windows 10, or it works for 3 scans and then Windows drops the driver and you have to restart it and blah blah blah, haven't had that issue. What I did do is, when I first got it, is throw away the CD, throw it in the garbage, download the most up-to-date driver first from the website, then install the driver, then hook it up. That could be what people were doing wrong, is they were installing the driver from the CD, and we all know drivers on CDs are always about a year out of date, so don't touch the CD. Second thing is, a lot of people don't know is about the USB power saving in Windows. So I'll just do it on this machine. So Windows USB power saving it's in your device manager. So what Windows power saving does is Windows looks at the USB ports and let me find it. I can never bloody find it in modern Windows. Nope. So Windows looks at the USB ports, and anything that it thinks is just idling, it shuts the power off. But the problem is that often it means that device won't wake back up again. So what you can do is you can actually go into, if I can blimmin' remember where it's put. Bear with me. Oh, sorry. So yeah, if you go into control panel, this is a CRT, so you're not going to see it so well. I'll move it over to the LCD. Alright, so if you want to go to My Computer, System and Security and System, and click on Device Manager, and then you want to go through all your devices and you want to go to your USB section, and anywhere it says Hub or Root Hub, you're going to right click on that and go to Power Management and untick allow this computer to turn off this device. I haven't had any problems with this particular computer, so I've just left it on. But if you have any problems with devices working for a little while, then shutting themselves off for no apparent reason and not waking up again, turn all that off. There's a 90% chance that's the problem. So there's two things to try. First, install the latest drivers from the Canon website before you even plug the scanner in, and second, turn off USB power saving. That's probably what's going on. So, alright, we're getting there, Alright, let's chuck a photo in there. The automatic features are fairly good. It makes quite nice PDFs, I must admit, even though that's not the usual thing I like. I don't love this utility. I don't love how, if you want to change the format of the photo, like you want JPEG, TIFF, PNG, whatever, you can't do it in the actual scanning application. You have to go into settings, and underneath here you've got like you can change the presets for the these sort of quick links. And I was really disappointed to see that there is no LZW compression option for TIFF, which is something I always used to use because it means you could make super small, crisp, high quality black and white documents that any computer could open. You didn't need Adobe Acrobat Reader. Windows could open them natively and they would print beautifully, and they would be like 100 to 200 kilobytes, not megabytes, kilobytes. And they were great for sending like documents to your lawyer or something. So unfortunately that option doesn't exist, so if you want to do that in the modern software, you've got to save it as a TIFF, then compress it in something like InfraView or another free application. Lots of them will do it. But in saying that, the PDF will often get it under a megabyte, which is still acceptable. So yeah, so I'm not a fan of how you have to like change this shit before you do a scan. So let's get into the scan gear. So it's quite quick. Like, it's a lot quicker than my old HP scanner, which was an old clunky thing and did the job, but never had great color fidelity. So it's got color. You can adjust colors and stuff, which never use this feature. You're always better off doing it in Photoshop after the fact. Got a good histogram for the contrast. Exposure and contrast. That's always good to do. If you want good scans, basic brightness and contrast sliders, don't touch those. Use the histogram. Tone curves. Never had to use them. Again, better off doing it in Photoshop probably. So yeah, output resolution, all you expect. I did test 1200 on quite a small photograph, and it did a good job. You got lots of quality resolution out of it. The screen mode seems to work pretty well. without any noticeable slowdowns in the scanning. Dust and scratch removal is useless, which I knew about before I bought it, but hey, we can spot that out with Photoshop. I haven't tested the fading or grain correction yet. Yeah. Yeah, the basic mode is stupid. You know, it's like, God, like, what are we, 2 years old? You know, do it properly in the advanced mode. So, another annoying thing it does is, so you can scan something, and it will often boot you out of the scanning software every time you finish a photo, which is really annoying. So, what is it doing? I'll just pause the video. Oh, no, back with that. Just took a second longer than I thought it might. So I don't know why it's asking me this. This is new. Okay. So I've just got a scans folder here. Oh God, don't you just hate Windows 10 Picture and Fax Viewer? Oh, we can only rotate one direction now. What are we, 5 years old? Alright, let's see if we can zoom in on this a little. Where's the zoom? Yeah, oh, no. So, this is a print. It's not an original photograph, so, you know, the quality is acceptable for scanning a print rather than a proper emulsion photograph, so still a grain. I suspect it's actually picked up the grain from the inkjet print, so it's not the best test, but hey. So, yeah. Where was I? Alright, so yeah, we did that photo and it's booted us out of the application, so we need to reload it again. Luckily it's quite quick. So yeah, if you're doing huge volumes of scanning, that's probably going to piss you off to no end. I don't know if there's an option to change that. Who knows? You'll have to dig around that one for yourself. But yeah, so overall, I'm not entirely unhappy with it. I think it cost me like 160 New Zealand, which is not terrible. I think it's probably under $100 for you guys in the States. So yeah, if you're looking to replace your old clunker, because Windows 10 doesn't support it, this is not a bad option. Alright, that's me ranting and raving. I'll catch you later.